In today's video, we're doing a reaction to our proposal video. We got that coming up right now. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Spencer Conway and I make videos helping people follow Jesus and grow in their faith. And if this is your first time visiting, I'd love it if you consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm really excited about today's video. We are doing a reaction video to our proposal. We posted it on, how long ago would it have been that we posted that video? We got proposed
2016.
We got proposed 2016, so like 4 or 5 years ago ish.
Yeah, almost 5 years ago.
Almost 5 years ago. This March it'll be like 5 years. Anyway, we posted it on YouTube, and we just thought we'd take a video and we'd share the story behind our proposal. So with that being said, we are going to bring up the video and we are going to do. This is probably the first time that we've watched this video in like...
In a while. It comes up on my recommended all the time, but I'm like, okay, it's gotta stay special, you know?
That's right. So with that being said, we're going to click play and we're gonna go for it, okay? So here we go.
7 minutes.
I know, it's longer than I expected. So yeah, babe, if you want to pause at any time and share a little bit of detail behind the story, feel free, okay? So is this gonna be like... Is this going to be like after like worship or what? Before my dad gets up? Okay. Do you want me to just stand in the middle?
You can hear the shakiness in your voice, but I was totally oblivious.
Right here? I might, since I'm using the lapel, I might like walk around a little bit or something. I feel like we should give a little bit of context.
Yeah, so long story short, essentially I was supposed to work this day and we were supposed to hang out later in the evening, but it was a long weekend, and so my boss randomly texted me and was like, hey, we decided to just shorten our hours so we don't need you on Saturday, so you have the day off. And I was like, oh, sick. And so instead of Spencer picking me up after work to go to dinner, I was like, oh, well, we can just hang out earlier in the day. And he was like, oh crap, I have to go do this like recording thing, so like we can't really like start the date any earlier. And I was like, oh well, I'll just come with you, like that's fine, like it's not gonna take too long.
She thought that she was making a decision of her own free will, but little did she know I was like a master planner behind the scenes for like 2 or 3 months creating this scenario. At the time I had been doing a lot of spoken word, and so the little white lie that I planted in working with our worship pastor at the time, well, he's still our worship pastor, Pastor Justin, we basically devised this plan where I would tell Sarah that Pastor Justin asked me to do a spoken word presentation at our Easter Sunday service. And so we planted the lie, I guess. Is this like an ethical, is this an ethical reason to lie? It's good. And so basically, she was convinced like 2 months out that I had this presentation, this poem performance that I was leading up to. And so the idea was that this moment that you're seeing in the video, Sarah thought that it was our rehearsal time. So she thinks that I'm rehearsing the day before for this spoken word.
And so like I'm not really paying attention in this moment because it was our pastor and his wife and their little girl. She was there and she was super little at the time, and so it actually worked out perfectly because like obviously they didn't plan this, but their little girl, like she was just starting to talk and she literally was like, Sarah, come over here. So I like literally went and sat down with them instead of just like lingering over Spencer's shoulder while he was like doing stuff. So it actually worked out perfectly, and I was not paying attention here because I was like, I'll see you tomorrow, like who cares.
So I'm basically just pretending to get ready right here, and yeah. Yeah, it'll make sense when the poem starts.
Like, are you saying okay?
Are you good? Okay. I was so nervous. That should be good right there. Let me know when you're ready to... Okay, go.
It's so funny because I was not paying attention. And then I was like, what are you doing?
Come on. Take a seat.
So I said that. I was like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I thought he was just being like funny and being like, oh, come like stand with me while I do this. Like, I was like, Spencer, like, why do I need to stand with you while you're doing your poem? This is a practice. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like you're just being goofy. That's literally what I thought. Until
Many years ago, there was a time when I thought love stories were hard to come by. But you see, that's when you happened to come by. Those preconceived ideas of mine vanished the moment you walked into my life. You caused me to take a risk. You caused me to take a step. And step after step, I started to stumble. Before I knew it, I was falling.
That's a good line, you gotta admit. Step after step.
Although honestly, in the moment, I was like barely hearing anything. I kept being like, "Oh my gosh, this is happening! Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Wait, you should really listen to what he's saying right now." So I'd be like going like in and out of like listening to what he was saying and like freaking out on the inside. So it's always nice to re-listen because I don't really remember hearing anything during the actual time.
I started writing this poem a year before I actually proposed to Sarah.
That long?
Maybe even longer. Like I had an ongoing note. I had an ongoing note that I kept adding to as I would get inspired. But little fun fact, I'm 23 right now at the time of this video being recorded. You're 24. I was 18.
Yeah, that's literally insane.
So it was 5 years ago.
What were you doing? Yeah, it essentially was 5 years ago.
I was 18. I asked Sarah to marry me when I was 18. I wouldn't recommend most 18-year-olds do that, but
No.
it was right for us.
I can't believe we were that. Yeah.
It was totally the best decision ever, though. Let's keep watching.
Falling fast and falling hard for this girl that suddenly had my heart. You caused me to fall in love with you.
Look at
You
you.
caused me to fall into our very own love story.
I like your outfit.
And it's so much
Okay,
better than a
that's
fairy
really funny that you say that because I literally was like, it was like one of those days where I was like, oh, like we're going on a cute date tonight. Like I should like go to the mall and get something for our date or whatever. And I literally, it was one of those shopping trips where it was like, I just like didn't have much success because it was in March.
You never have success.
Okay,
when you go
no,
to
but the
mall.
problem was that it was in March and all the clothes that were out that were cute were for like way warmer days, and I'm always cold, so I was like, oh, like I want to wear this stuff, but like I'm gonna freeze. So I wore this outfit, but I honestly didn't love it. But I was like, oh, whatever, like we're just going, like we're not going anywhere. It's like fancy, like whatever. So I just settled and wore this outfit. I was pumped about the jean jacket because it was new, but other than that, I actually don't like this outfit at all. So thanks.
Thank you for that synthesis of your outfit.
Thanks.
tale because this story is non-fiction. Already there are many beautiful chapters that have been written,
This
like
story is
in the beginning
non-fiction.
when we met at church. Started out as friends, saw each other at youth and hung out every now and then, but then there was that summer when everything would change. Little did I know my life would soon be rearranged in order to let you in. And I let you in.
Yes, I did.
Slowly but surely, the sparks began to fly. Like that moment by the beaver pond when we kissed for the first time.
Oh,
That was a
snap.
great moment.
Yeah, it was.
It's
I
very
pretty
awkward.
much just left. Should we reenact it?
Are you serious? What happened? Help me
okay,
remember
you
what
were
happened.
Like, we were just like sitting there. You were like, I'm
Oh.
gonna kiss you, and I was like,
Yeah, it was so embarrassing.
okay. And so I started to smile, and you leaned over.
No,
the
I didn't say I'm going to. At first, I was
Oh,
like,
I
was
really
like,
wanna kiss you
I
now."
really want to kiss you right now. And she was like, okay.
I like your impression of me.
And then I feel like there was like this awkward silence for like
Yeah.
5 seconds, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna kiss you now, or I'm gonna do it now. I said something like that, and then it was like,
No, you leaned over like this, and I was smiling. So like you kissed me, but like I was like smiling. So it was like
okay, we don't need to do this on camera, guys.
well,
Like,
I was gonna.
it was very like
Ow.
It was very, like-
that.
not good, but in the moment it was the best. Okay,
Hands down, one of the best memories of my entire life. And as the years have passed us by, many more memories have been made. Like our first date,
official date.
when we ran in the rain all the way to the dinner theater. To this day, no matter what.
Shout out Corey Giles for hooking us up with those like half-price tickets to the Grafton Street Dinner Theater.
It's actually fun.
That was our
Yeah,
first
again.
ever official date.
We do, I'm always feeling eager. You see, See, I'm so eager and excited to be with and see this beautiful and compassionate, this funny and talented, this intelligent
That's who you are.
and passionate, this sweet and humble, this loving and caring, this genuine and amazing, this loyal and kind girl. There's not enough words in the dictionary to define her. I'm in love with her. Because you see, the closer that I look, the more beauty I discover, and the more that I learn, the more that I love her. She's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and this is my reality. You are the best thing that's happening to me.
Okay, little critique of my poem though, not that this is a poem critique, but one thing that I do in my writing in this poem that I really don't like is I move back and forth between speaking to you and then like speaking in the third person about you. Does that make sense?
No, that's fine.
Sarah's like, that was my proposal, like don't ruin it.
Yeah.
That's
thank
fine.
you.
But no, but do you know what I mean? I'm like talking about her
No, I guess,
and then I'm
but
like,
that's
you.
kind of cool.
Okay, well, if there's any poetry experts out there,
You're
you
telling
can...
a story, but like it's about me, you know? So it's like it makes sense.
And as time has ticked on, our connection has only grew. Even a month into
Our connections only grew. I don't think that's proper grammar, but it rhymes, so sometimes you just have to bend the rules of grammar.
Oh, it should be
Our
grown.
connections only grown. Our connections only grew.
different countries proved our love to be strong and true, and now we've both made it through many different seasons of transition. The change is happening all around us.
I was losing my train of thought right there.
Yeah, I can tell.
Could you tell?
I can tell in the moment.
Our hearts have grown closer in position. Yeah, we're closer, stronger, better than ever before.
You're crying.
From the moment that we first met
Yeah, man.
until this moment here and now, there's been highs and lows. There's been laughter and tears. Life has dealt us some blows, and together we face some fears. But
I love like the classic, like we're like 18 and 19 and we're talking about like all the highs and lows that we've been through.
Okay, but we actually have been through some stuff, okay? So
Highs and lows of high school.
no, there was actually stuff that like, you know, like you would go through and I would be there and like I would go through and you were there.
No, I know. I'm just poking fun. It's kind of funny.
There was stuff that happened.
I know, but like 4 years have passed since then, and it seems like there's
And
just
now
way
more
more
crappy stuff has happened. So
Yeah, so it's just like, oh my gosh,
little did we know.
whatever I was thinking was bad
Except
then.
for you. Come
Oh,
here.
dear.
You're not crappy.
Oh dear.
You are the
Get him up.
best
Get him up.
part. Come here.
Oh my gosh.
Hi. Okay. Can you try to help me? Thank you. No,
All right, Charlie.
You are the best part. You're
Okay.
the good stuff.
regardless of where I found myself throughout the years, whether on top of the mountain or in the depths of the valley, in success and in failure, in victory and defeat,
He's feeling
every
the love.
single time you've been there for me. And with a girl like that, there's not much else a guy needs. You see,
With a dog
ever
like that.
since you walked into my life, I've been living an adventure. And this is our story.
The story of Sarah and Spencer.
Charlie now.
This is the
And
moment,
though
babe.
I can't know what the future chapters hold, I know for certain that I want you in every chapter that is told.
I
I want you in the chapters where we're young, and I want you in the chapters where we're old.
Because I'll
never uncurl my fingers, yeah, I'm never gonna let you go.
Wait, uncurl your fingers? We should explain that.
Okay, context.
So essentially, it's just this cheesy thing we started saying because when we would hold hands, I wouldn't like it when like the fingers weren't curled. Like I don't like holding hands like this. Not good hand holding, but like this, that's okay. Or like that, terrible. But when it's like this, it's like yes, like we're holding hands. Like come on. So that we just like I would always like be like, oh come on, like curl your fingers or whatever. And then one day I think you were probably just like, I'll never uncurl my fingers. And then it was just like, wow, Charlie's really feeling the love right now.
That's the context.
Anyway, so now we always say that to each other. Like when we write a card, we'll be like, I love you. Like I'll never uncurl my fingers, and that's our thing.
It's
Just
kind of like our line.
Yeah.
I'll never uncurl my fingers, which means I'll never let you go, but it's our thing. It's cute, guys. It's cute.
And I'm here to say I'm ready for our next chapter to unfold. In the story, there's been many steps, but today I say with confidence that I am ready to take the next. Sarah, I love you so much.
Catch you.
And I honestly believe that together we can do so much more for the Lord than we ever could have That's why
Look
I'm
at my
really
butt.
excited to do this. So Sarah Carpenter. Oh gosh, here we go. You marry me? You will?
I was like, holy crap, that's
Thank God.
sparkly. That's what I remember
I have to
thinking.
replace your ring.
I couldn't even see it. It was so sparkly, and my tears. I was just like,
Holy fruit.
holy fruit.
Holy fruit.
Get
When you
that.
get engaged on a stage, church stage, is what you say.
Babe, you're so funny.
Loved you.
And then,
What?
well, I remember everyone was like, woo! And I was like, there's people here? What? Like,
right.
other than, like,
Are you surprised? Good.
I was like, okay, I'm sick and tired of this love fest, so where's my proposal? Oh, we're so cute!
Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Look at that ring, girl! Oh my gosh!
Okay, you see that crusty skin on there? Literally the day before, we were hanging out with our friends, and I was like, oh, my hand is so sore. I got this like dry skin on my hand, and my friend told me this like after we got engaged. She was like, yeah, I gave you that lotion real fast because I knew what was happening. You need to get that cleared up, and well, clearly it was still a little dry.
Who
but
gave you that?
Karina.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Anyways, and then this song that's playing, when we got this video back, we were like, oh, interesting choice in song. And our good old friend Sean, who never misses a detail, he was like, I put that song in because when you guys got in your car and drove away from getting engaged, that was the song that came on the radio. And I was like,
I did not know that.
yeah, he said that, babe.
Oh, like his song. Like it was on his radio or our
No,
radio?
in our car.
Oh,
It just
wow.
like came on. It was just like when someone plugged their phone in, this is the song that came on. So he was just like, you know, it was the first song you heard after you got engaged. And I was like, thank you, Sean, for that detail that now I will never forget.
Shout out to our good friend Sean Myatt who actually made this whole video.
It was hiding and was filming this.
And
Gary
These
was taking
pictures are by Gary Brinton.
They literally hate my outfit. Like, I don't even like my outfit.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna, we get it. We were proposed, yeah, okay, great. So,
Anyways, guys, so just an update. We're still married. So that's good. And now we have a little puppy doggy. And if only the only thing that could have made the proposal better, if I'm being honest, it would have been if you proposed with a puppy. I'm just gonna say that because that is the thing that happens. And if you ever want to re-propose to me or do anything else for me, just give me another puppy, and that'd be great.
I'm offended. Well, hey, that's all we got for today's video. I hope that you had a few laughs. I hope that you enjoyed it. Maybe feel like you know us a little bit better after that. And I'll leave it to Sarah for our parting comments. You know what I'm expecting you to say, right?
I do. If you want to check out our wedding video, we also have that on this channel, so check that out. See, you know, the whole story unfold. And you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell.
Boom.
Like the wedding bells, but the YouTube bell.
We will see you guys next week for another video.
Well, you will.
Okay, yes.